In this video, I'll be checking out a new wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto adapter from Quadlock. This is their second generation wireless adapter for the car, which simply offers wired to wireless conversion for wireless Apple CarPlay and also wireless Android Auto. So if you have a wired Android Auto or wired CarPlay system and you'd like to convert it into a wireless one, this may be the adapter for you. Okay, let's check out what comes inside the box. Okay, so here's what comes inside the box. You've got a paper instruction manual and warranty. You get the adapter itself, and there are two adapters to connect it to your CarPlay or Android Auto port. You've got a right-angled one, USB A to A, which you simply connect the adapter to should your car USB port have quite a limited space around its port itself. And also, if you have a more modern CarPlay port, you also have a USB A to USB C conversion there, should your car only come with USB C connection for wired CarPlay or wired Android Auto. Okay, so looking over the adapter then, it is your traditional thumb drive wireless adapter. There's no additional tethered cables, it's all in one thumb drive sized adapter. Now this is a big change to their original version. You can see how far we've come with the two adapters that are available from Quadlock. This isn't probably selling anymore, but it was built upon the CarLinkit 3.0 adapter. So it did have good functionality in terms of its IP configuration as well as its performance. Now we've gone a lot smaller now, which is probably mirroring the CarLinkit if they've chosen to adopt that platform of adapters. Usually it's rebranded of an existing platform. And seeing that they've gone with CarLinkit themselves on their first original version, I'm expecting to see pretty much a CarLinkit underneath the hood with a rebadged Quadlock on top. Now you've got the branding on the very top there, status indicator light on the middle. There's a little, I assume is a reset switch at the bottom there. Some stamps on the underside, and that's pretty much it. We'll just check the size, including the USB connector. Just over 50 millimeters there. Casing on its own is 38 millimeters. Width at 20, and its thickness is roughly around about 10 millimeters there. So that's a quick overview of the adapter. Let's jump in the car now and see how well this performs. So I'll see you there. Right, so in the Cupra Born, and we've got the Quadlock wireless CarPlay and Android Auto adapter here ready to get plugged in. We're using the USB-C end because we've got a modern CarPlay port in the car. So we're gonna get this plugged in and see how quickly it takes to boot up. Okay, plugging it in now. And that's us into the main menu interface, nice and quick. A very common user interface here. We're not using I don't think we're using the CarLinkit platform, but we're using something that's very similar in terms of its UI is very similar to some other adapters that are out there. So that just concludes that it is a rebadged version of some existing platform that we're using or existing wireless adapter that we've already seen in the past. We've got the Bluetooth ID here. We've got the firmware version at the moment. Nothing else on this screen apart from this back button, which takes us back to the car system. So that just leaves us to connect our iPhone. So we're going to connect up our 16 Pro here. So we'll look out for Bluetooth connections. There we have the Bluetooth connections here. We're going to tap, pair, and allow. No CarPlay confirmation, still asking to pair, so we can just dismiss that, and we're now into the CarPlay user interface. We're going to disconnect and do a full reboot test. So connecting now. Nice and quick in there, about 11, 12-ish seconds, maybe even 10. And I'll put that down below what that was. But now we're into the main menu interface. It all looks nice and smooth. Very good. I'm happy with that. Nice and native feeling. Let's go into Maps and do a little bit of a wiggle. Nice and responsive. That looks good. We can do a navigation and see if the HUD actually works. So no route guidance on Apple Maps, so that's not being passed through to the instrument cluster, unfortunately. In iOS 18.6.2, Apple CarPlay and Apple Maps isn't passing through the instrument cluster, unfortunately. Let's check out some audio. So that all sounds good, fairly responsive in the touch feedback. Audio sounds good too. Wheel controls, back and forward works. We could hold it down and try seeking. That is supported. Call button. Send an audio message to test. Hi, this is Anthony from CarPlayLife.com, and this is an audio test using the Quad Lock, CarPlay and Android Auto adapter, and this is an audio test. Cool, that sounds good. No additional gain, and the music's resumed as well, so happy with that. So that's audio, navigation, touch input, all sounding very good for wireless CarPlay. Whilst we're connected, let's go to its IP config menu and see what is installed there. Okay, so it's not mentioned in the manual what the IP config actually is, the URL. I found it out though, it's 1.101, and then this is the IP config menu. Just increase the brightness a bit. And we've got your usual user interface here. It does actually mirror user interface that we've seen prior. Can't quite remember what that was. We are running the latest version, and we've got GPS source. It's using the iPhone GPS at the moment. Let's just see if that is the case. It's pointing us the right way. We are pointing north. We can switch to car GPS, and then we can use that, and that will use the car GPS functionality, which means it will use the wheel controls as well as the car antenna if you've got navigation in the car for GPS, and that can generally mean that it will add to the iPhone data for navigation and give you a little bit more precise positioning when you're using navigation apps. Now mainly it is for Apple Maps specifically. Google Maps doesn't really use that, and if we move the phone, it's not really orientating us on the compass orientation, but it will eventually, once the car gets going and actually moving, it will use the car steering wheel potentially, as well as the car antenna and all the other GPS systems in the car to help bolster that information. So that's just basically how car GPS pass-through works. So we are running GPS source in head unit mode, so it's using the car GPS, and we're still pointing north, so it's not going against us there, but that's good to see at least that it's using GPS pass-through. We'll go back. We've got some modes here. You can switch between CarPlay and Android Auto in terms of its adapter. That's quite rare actually. You don't normally see that. You normally see it do it on the fly, and you don't normally have a manual control. You've got some wave bands here should you want to choose a different band. If your local area does knock out the Wi-Fi signal, you can change the band, and that helps with compatibility there. Reset settings and enter the user manual to do anything there which doesn't go to a URL, unfortunately, so they need to fix that. And that's the IP config menu. Okay, let's do a call test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lilip. Okay, that sounds good. Happy with that quality, and the call delay was actually very good as well. Okay, so that's CarPlay in a nutshell. Very happy, performs really well. I'll put up what it might be in equivalent to in other adapters, 2-in-1 adapters that are available at the moment, so you can see how it compares alongside its competitors. Right, let's have a look at Android Auto. So we're going to disconnect the CarPlay on our iPhone, and then we can go back into the main menu. And then here's the quad lock on the Android Pixel Samsung S22. We've got a pair. That's going to reboot the adapter into Android Auto protocol. It then gets connected onto the Bluetooth. And then we need to add Android Auto now kicks in. So that's not too bad. Nice pairing time. We're going to disconnect and show total boot up time. So connecting now. And that's us into Android Auto from boot. Everything looks good, nice and crisp, pretty native looking. Happy with that. Let's go to the home screen and play around with, let's go to the Google Maps, try out some touch input, try out some navigation. Now it's passed navigation to the instrument cluster here in Google Maps, so unlike iOS, it's passing that through to the navigation system for Android Auto specifically. So happy with that. I'm going to cancel that out and let's try some audio. So nice and responsive on Android Auto. Wheel controls all work as well. Seeking, not on Android Auto, but I think that happens anyway. And that is good. Sounds good as well. Let's try Waze for navigation.
Let's take Hempstead Road, Saltdean Vale, Saltdean.
Yep. Instrument cluster
feet,
and up on the
right
HUD as well
Road.
For Waze. So that's really cool. Still a call test. Hello.
Hello.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5.
5.
Did it?
Did it?
Okay, very good call quality there. Happy with that. And the response is very good as well. I'll put up what it might be in equivalent to 2-in-1 adapters that are available at the moment, so you can see how it compares alongside its competitors. So the Quad-Lock wireless CarPlay and Android Auto adapter currently retails for $79.99 directly from their store. And I'll put links down below to learn more about the adapter, support the channel and buy yourself one. Generally, it's a decent adapter that I think is generally piggybacking off the Autocast platform or Autocast wireless adapters. It shares exactly the same IP config menu as the one that's in their Mirror Touch adapter that we looked at recently. So that just mirrors that they are using that particular platform. So if you're looking for a wireless adapter and there's compatibility with the Autocast line of adapters, then this might be an upgrade for you. Generally, Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto worked perfectly. Nice and native looking, nice and native performing. Audio sounds good. Audio delay in calling and microphone input was actually good as well in both Android Auto and wireless CarPlay. The one issue that I did face that you saw was the navigation pass-through for CarPlay, but it did work just fine on Android Auto. So if you are on an Android Auto device with this particular car system, that you know that it will work with that. But for VAG car systems, at least, there is a pass-through issue for wireless CarPlay. Now, this might not always be the case for other car systems. Your experience might vary. If you are looking for any other wireless adapters, you can check out my 2-in-1 wireless adapter playlist up here to learn more about other adapters that I've reviewed. But thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If it has, please consider subscribing and supporting my channel through YouTube using the super thanks button down below, or check out my QR code here to buy me a coffee and you can support me there too. I really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.